Ain't no after winter comes the sun.
What age were you when you were thinking? Because you came up, you started to become pretty well known. You were pretty young still, weren't you? Like 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there?
Yeah, around that time.
So when did you start thinking about music being like, I have to do this? This isn't something I have another option
Like,
for.
seriously, I was working at Papa Romano's, and I started, taking my monies and actually buying equipment and doing what I was pretending to do, with the tape decks and,
Yeah.
the little cheap microphone I had. I actually went out and bought some good equipment and started making some decent music. And I had a few people that, rocked with me in Papa Romano's, like, yo, what did you make last week? Like it was a new release. They was waiting for it, so... from that, it just got a little bit more serious. I ended up leaving Papa Romano's and started working for AAA. And
AAA like the insurance
the
arm?
insurance company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you doing for them?
At that time, I was
Where are they?
doing,
We need to tap Dwele's talents at AAA.
Yeah, at that time, I was working in mail services.
Nice.
Mail services.
It's a form of communications that you were working in.
There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
Mail service and communications. But no, it was cool, Checks were a little bigger now. I could buy, more equipment.
Uh-huh.
And around that time, it was around 97, 98. This is when, St. Andrews was popping, or the Shelter. Cafe Mahogany was really banging on Tuesday nights, So I started meeting a lot of people that were kind of in the same vein as I was musically, with hip hop. Back then I was rapping,
Yeah.
But that's where I met like Slum Village, By 10 and all of them, QD. And we just kind of, started working together, bouncing ideas off of each other. And I decided to put out, this album called Rise.
Yeah.
They say you have your whole life to work on your first album, and that was my first album.
Yeah.
So put that out,
When
made
you-
100 copies, sold them in a week, and I was excited about it. And that was it. That was the start. From that,
Was these CDs or still cassette days?
These are cassettes.
Cassettes.
Yeah, these are
100
cassettes. 100 cassettes.
And how did you make those? Did you send it off and have somebody
Yeah,
make them?
actually, see, what's crazy, I sent them off. They made the cassettes, sent them back, but I didn't like the quality. There was a lot of air in the quality. So while I slept, I go work at AAA, I come home, and while I slept, I kept like the double cassette deck.
Yeah.
I would take each one, put like, what did you have to like put tape over the little holes at the top of the
Yeah.
cassette? I put tape over them, and I re-recorded from a DAT player. I re-recorded both sides of the tape over
Really?
100 times. Yeah. Like when I hear it click, I wake up, flip the tape over, press record, and
Handmade.
run it. Yep.
Handmade. Are there still any of those out there? They got
Yes, a few of them out there. I saw a few on
eBay?
eBay for a lot of money.
Really? This Full Exposure podcast episode has been made possible through the support of Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, and Dr. Peter Hahn, who believe that creativity and the arts are essential to a rich, healthy, and fulfilling life.